Hello YouTube, welcome to this special edition of Race Car Fabrication and Restoration. I'm Ronnie Humphrey, and as always, thanks for joining me today. After a year and a half of work, we're finally loading up the Buick today to take it to the body shop to get some paint on it. We've got a couple little items to do before we load it up, so right along, let's see if we can get her done. Okay, the first item of business, we're going to take the exhaust off of the car. Probably should have already done this, but been dreading doing it. It's kind of tight on the headers up here, but I'm going to take the whole thing off, all the way up to the headers, instead of just taking this back collector off. I don't trust the weight hanging on this going down the road. I've got ties made. I mean, it's bolted all the way up to the chassis, but just go ahead and take everything off. Actually, it comes off easier than trying to get this back collector off. The reason I got to get that off is so we need room to be able to get to the bottom of the rocker panel here. And I got a little sand in here I need to do to where we have some body filler. I need to fix that up a little bit. Then after we get that, we're also going to get the battery cover off, the battery cover, or the cover for the battery box, I should say. Going to take it off. We're going to go up to the paint store with it today and see if they can, how close they can match this red. I found out that the red is the worst color as far as expense. Man, you can pay up to $500–600 a gallon, if you can imagine that. So a friend of mine has a paint store, and he says they have some pre-mixed red paint. They call it manufacturer's paint. And I'm gonna try it like a Corvette red. If it's even remotely close to the chassis, because the battery box cover is obviously powder coated, same thing as chassis, then we'll go with that. But first thing, get this exhaust off. We'll start there, and then we'll get to the battery box cover, and then we will probably play with the nose a little bit, maybe up in the front. So I got some sanding to do here on the rocker panel. So let's get this exhaust off first. Okay, we got our battery box cover off. And one thing I want to tackle here, so like I say, I need to take this extra body filler off of here where it just kind of ran down. We couldn't get to it due to the exhaust. I should have had the exhaust off the whole time, to be honest with you. But I want to tackle this little bitty place right here. I don't like this. You're not going to be able to see this, but I'm afraid there's going to be a little bit of gap right here. So I'm actually going to put one of these flush mount rivets. We'll put a little body filler down here and fix that. I'm going to put a little flush mount rivet to tie that. This is where we had to join the rocker panels we had to make. Remember, the whole bottom of the car, this is all hand formed. The bottom of this car was so rusted, it was absolutely, every bit of it was gone. So we had to weld new rocker panels and come up the side of this body the whole distance of the car. So this is where we had an overlap. You can see one of the rivet heads there. I'm gonna fix this. We're gonna put a little body filler there. I'm gonna tie that together just a little bit better. And we're gonna see if we can knock this off right here and smooth this up. That shouldn't take just a second. I think the best way to do this is with our little Ziz wheel. And it shouldn't take just a second to get this done. That looks so much better. Just little bitty things the only shot we got to fix all this stuff before we get paint on it. And this car, like I've always said, this car was so rough to begin with, it really should not have been restored. This is not a Bill Ryan restoration. This is a car that meant a lot to me to get it back on the track. It's not going to be perfect. If we could have left the body on the car, it would not have all these little blemishes like this. But it is what it is. There's no Buick Regals out there at all, anywhere. You don't see any Buick Regals, so we bit the bullet and did the best we can. If you're new to the channel, I encourage you to go back and look at our old videos. Now that the air compressor can talk maybe here, but I'd encourage you to go back and look at our old videos and see how we removed the body off the car and explain why we had to do this way. It was a major, major undertaking. But we'll do the best we can, and that looks better already. Now we'll see if we can put this rivet in here, and we'll go ahead and countersink it so we'll take a little less body filler, so we'll do that next. All right, we're going to fix this panel here we were talking about earlier. Go ahead and just put one little rivet in. I don't think I'm going to worry about countersinking it. Oh my God, my drill bit just broke off. Well, it went through, thank goodness. Have to get that out. That could have been bad. Put this in here and pull this down. Okay. Yeah, I'll put a little body filler on this now, and that'll be good to go. Okay, give you a little close up here. This is a seam where we had to join this rocker panel. So we got that pulled tight now. Now I'm gonna skim this just a little bit. This is high anyway, so I'm just gonna put a little body filler here, mix some up real quick. I won't bore you with the details of that, but it's just like all the other places we put Bondo on. Body filler, excuse me, it'll just do the same way. Okay, I've got some body filler mixed up and put it on here. I'm just gonna rough this in and let Carrie do the rest of it. It's in a pretty good spot. Got the heater blowing on it, and shouldn't take long for that to set off. But I'm happy with this spot now. Got this all smoothed off now, so we'll go around the rest of the car, see if we can find some other areas we need to do some last minute adjustments to. Okay, we got this place roughed in now. Looks a whole lot better. It's going to have to be sand a little bit more. We'll let Kerry get the rest of it. I just want to get it roughed in. Whenever he blocks the whole car, he'll pick this out. So that looks a lot better. So working on a couple of places over here as well on the other side. Had one in this door seam here. They actually had a stock door found here in the middle, so had a little rough place there to fix up. And we had one more here where the fender ties into the door. We'll get that roughed in, and I think that's going to have the body work done now. Okay, I'm pretty happy. We got this place down here a lot better now. I got this door joint there. It looks a lot better, and didn't have to do much sanding. See, don't hardly have any dust at all. Got this front deal here made to show you what I was talking about, how this is going to come all the way over to the front. This is just pieced together, but I've got this now where this is on the same plane. I had it running downhill, but now this is going to be just right now, and that's what you're going to have in the front. So I think we're going to call it a wrap. I'm going to get it down one more time and go over everything, and I think we're pretty close to where we're going to need it so we can load it up. All right, I'm going to put a couple of hood pins in the car here now across the header panel there, so I obviously don't want the hood to fly up going down the road tomorrow when we load up. So I'm going to do that, and I keep finding things. It's amazing. I thought the car was pretty much ready. Here it is. It's almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm finding more stuff. So let's get the hood pins in. All right, I finally found some hood pins, and we're going to do this a little bit different. When we got this car, the nuts were actually welded to the frame here, but we're just going to do it old school. We're just going to go ahead and bolt them through this way. So I need to drill a hole in the bottom, and then hopefully these line up. These aluminum pins we can bend. This is temporary, probably won't be the ones we use. We'll see if we can get these holes drilled in here. then we'll get the hood pinned down. So I'm just gonna put 2 in there for now, and that'll be good enough. That's pretty good right there. And just we probably a little bit more. All right, that's this side. I'll do the same thing on the other, and then we'll have that project done. All right, we got our holes drilled, got these temporary hood pins installed. I just need something to be able to get it to the body shop, so that does that. Okay, let's see what else we can do. Be right back with you. Well, I got to looking at this A post, and I decided to put a little body filler here to cover up our flush mount rivets, just a real light skim. And we put a little body filler up here on the top of the roof up there where those inserts are. Got to do one more, and then I think that's going to be it. So I think we're going to stop here. I was going to try and make this other headlight piece, but we'll do that when we get the car back. I'm not worried about that. We have plenty of time to do that. So I think that's going to be a wrap. I think we're going to load it up the way we've got it right now, and we will see what happens. Wow, it's amazing how long it took to tighten up these little loose ends. And but we got it done. I've got to sand just a little bit more right up here on this roof. You got to do that A post right there. I have to sand it one more time, and that'll be it. We're going to load this sucker up. We are going to head out tomorrow. I'll probably video going out to Kerry's shop. He's just a small shop. He works there at his house, but he does a lot of work for the dealerships in town. He comes highly recommended. Everybody I've talked to says he does really good work. And I really wanted a small guy. That's what I wanted. I wanted a guy that I could deal with one-on-one instead of going to a huge body shop, because this is a little bit different. It's a little bit different creature. But we will catalog the trip out there. And plus, on the next episode, we're going to go pick out our paint. We're going to match the paint at our local paint store at English Color, so we'll let you ride along with that. I think you'll enjoy that. It's a pretty amazing thing, very technical how they did it. But thanks for watching as always. We'll see you next time on Race Car Fabrication and Restoration. God bless you. You take care.